Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Farming Simulator 19 on the Oberthal Let's Play map. In between the episodes, as promised, I worked hard in order to make some more money, and I also came to the conclusion what I want to do next. We are going to purchase Field 21 for 415,000. At the moment there is some grass located on there, so we're gonna mow that down, pick it all up, and hopefully it's gonna more or less pay for itself. We will definitely need more equipment in order to make this work, so just one seeder and one harvester is not gonna do the trick. But yeah, we have to get ourselves started somewhere. So this is the first thing I'm gonna do, purchase this land, and then another thing I want to do is maybe just make my way over there. Because in order to pick up the grass, I'm gonna need a temporary storage for it. Thanks to previous course plotting, we already have a pretty convenient way to get over here. So let's make sure this is also happening. I wanna maybe park my vehicles at this location. That would be Field 21 start, obviously. And then obviously we also wanna make our way out of there, joining up with the main route. Then, as mentioned, we're gonna need a silo. It's gonna be a hayloft, and it's just gonna be for this harvest, basically. I'm maybe gonna have this approximately here. Hopefully it's not gonna destroy too much of the terrain. This also means I'm gonna need a convenient way around this hayloft in order to fill up the trucks that I'm gonna use to ship the grass to my main farm. So I'm just gonna call this temp load grass, and then we want a way to get in here in order to actually dump everything. And just to make sure everything is conveniently connected, I also want to give them access to the starting point again. So in theory, what should happen is the loading wagon is gonna go back to this point here, and then they need a way to get over here to this side. And then they can go straight, drive around the hayloft, dump everything, and also the trucks have a convenient way to do that. Okay, wonderful. That should be everything concerning this setup. Now I can go ahead and actually get my mower over there. So Field 21 start, you're gonna make your way there. And I'm also gonna need my loading wagon, which I believe is currently attached to this guy. Yeah, that's probably the best. We need some horsepower for this process. There we go, the mower is arriving. The loading wagon and the loft are the only two other things we require. I don't see where this can go wrong. Okay then, time to get things going. I already plotted a course, so we can send the mower right on its merry way. There we go, that should theoretically work out perfectly. We're gonna set the same course for our loading wagon, and I'm just gonna wait a minute or so in order to get this started. But here we are mowing away. Okay, that's gonna take a while for this big field. So I guess all we have to do is get that mowing course in the joint. It's gonna be some field work. Great, so now these guys can get to work and they're gonna take care of this field. It is a steep hill actually here, so we're gonna run into a couple of issues if we don't have powerful enough machines. Anyways, let's get back to our trucks. They have lots and lots of things to do, and look at that. It is just absolutely magnificent. Let's give a job to each of the trucks now. The first truck is gonna bring some manure to my composting plants. The first liquid tank is gonna take care of resupplying the fertilizer plant in order to create some more lime. This guy here is gonna bring 2 loads of seeds from the fertilization plant to my farm. The next guy is gonna bring straw to the composting plant from my farm. There you go, buddy. The next guy is gonna take about 5 loads from our barn of grass into the silage factory. Next up, we're gonna sell 2 loads of iron to the central market with this guy. And last but not least, we're gonna bring about 3 loads of diesel to the iron mine to resupply it. Great, now all of my trucks are on their merry way, and we should be getting deep into the production. This guy right here is currently unloading the seeds, I believe. Yeah, here it comes. Actually, we have plenty of seeds already. This is great. Let's maybe go ahead and check back on the mower. How is that going? I need to check whether or not the loading wagon does its thing. Yeah, it's actually all the way over there. So let's hop into the loading wagon and see. Oh, no, it got stuck there. It's not an issue. All we have to do is tell this guy to take a little detour. I mean, it's really only temporary. What are you telling me, game? Come on, is this serious? No, this is the wrong point. So we want to drive around here, obviously, and then get around there, drive all the way up to this point. Yeah, I guess this point right here should be the unload point then. So temp unload grass, and we want to actually use that in order to do things. Okay, for now I'm just going to unload it manually, but the next time around Autodrive should do it. And there we go. Courseplay took over again. Wonderful. Let's check back on our trucks. See if everyone still has something to do. This guy can barely make it out of the iron mine, but it seems to be working, even though it does take a little bit longer. Now, this guy is not fueling up. That's not good. Not sure. I will have to observe that. But it takes like 15 minutes to fuel this guy up, so we're just gonna leave him there. Okay, wonderful. Looks like everyone still has something to do. I'm gonna check back with you once I have something more interesting to show off. Okay, here we are back. I started harvesting this field. As you can see, my 2 trucks over there are ready for the loading. We are doing some canola, so this time around we are not getting any more straw. As for field 21, I'm still having problem with this guy. This guy just doesn't want to take the short route. I'm not sure what the heck he's doing, man. But he always seems to take a detour around the fertilization plant. So my plan of loading this up as quickly as possible sucked. But yeah, looks like most of my guys are still busy. What is this guy here doing? Still fueling up? No, actually he doesn't fuel up on his own again. I mean, in previous episodes it actually worked, so not sure what's up with this guy. But yeah, essentially my factories are running, we are harvesting again, I'm pretty happy. Maybe one thing we can do right now is purchase the refinery again. I actually crashed last night and didn't save that part. So we're gonna repurchase the refinery, but you can see I've already made the points as I was mowing the field. So theoretically we should be ready to ship over the canola as soon as we harvested it. Another thing I was interested in buying is the KREBACHER mill. And the reason for that is we can get flour there from wheat, I believe. Let me actually check. Yeah, raw materials, it just says grain. So I guess we can take any grain and bring that over here for flour production. Let's maybe check this out more specifically. I want to figure out how much of everything I have. Admittedly, actually not too much. But yeah, let's just go ahead and bring over 1 load of wheat in order to get this guy going. So we're gonna load from the silo. We want to load wheat. And hold on, I actually need to go ahead and make a pathway over there. Looks like we have to come all the way from over here. Fortunately enough, I already made a course to the sawmill, so we don't have to add much more. Okay. This is why I don't drive myself. Just beyond this lovely bridge, we have to turn to the left. Okay, looks like this is gonna be a one-way road. That is absolutely fine. So we're just gonna do something like that. Then we cut this off. And now we want to record the rest of the course with a right click so we get a 2-way road. Yeah, this is actually absolutely perfect. And now we can just add another road here. This is factory flour and we can put in any sort of grain. And then all we have to make sure is we also get to the loading point here, which would be load flour. And that's all we needed for the mill. Easy peasy. In the meantime, my canola is still being harvested. It looks as though we don't even have 1 truckload just yet. That is slightly concerning. So you don't get tons and tons of canola. Yeah, there we go. Nothing in the silo either. Interesting. I'm really not sure what's up with this guy, but I basically have to babysit him. I thought in the meantime, we can already start liming this field. Now, I installed myself an add-on mod for precision farming. And the reason for that is the analysis was just taking a little bit too long, and I thought we pay a little bit of extra money in order to be able to request an analysis and get it over with. So if I hit this button, we should be good. Plus 13,000. Holy cow. It's not coming in cheap, but the field is going to be perfectly analyzed. Now, all we have to do is basically wait for the analysis and we should be golden. In the meantime, I'm also going to purchase myself another tractor. And let me actually see, we want to get another medium one of the T6 series. Also here, I want the wheel setup to be narrow tires. We're going to go with the best engine setup, no front loader attachment just yet, and 128k. All right. We're also going to get this guy a front weight right off the bat. And then we should be able to fetch our purchase at the store. Wonderful. Every time I buy a new vehicle, I gotta make sure that a couple of settings are set, like no refueling, park at shop finished, and field exit behind the start. Okay, now we're gonna bring this guy to the wash station, and I want him to actually go ahead and do some liming on the new field. Slowly but surely, all my trucks are actually coming back. They have nothing else to do. Now it's just about the field work, basically. Right, so I already know this is not going to work with Autodrive. I have to remove this barn after the job. I mean, we're not going to do any grass on this field, so it's not going to be a concern in the future. But I was getting really tired of this guy taking detours and prolonging this job. So I guess we gotta do what we gotta do and unload this guy ourselves. No problem. That's what I'm talking about. It's not that hard. My new tractor has arrived. We're gonna take the liming wagon right now. And we can already get into the right setting. We want to fill up lime at our farm. And we want to make our way to field 21 start. Please go ahead and do that. Laboratory is still analyzing 186 soil samples. I'm pretty sure I could have done this with less, but it would have taken me like half an hour. So I'm gladly spending 30k or so. Lime wagon is arriving in the background. Let's just hope they're not gonna produce any accidents. I'm not too worried, I have to babysit this wagon anyways. We're gonna go ahead and plot a path for my lime wagon. I'm gonna do 3 headland passes. Everything should be fine except we skip 1 row. It's gonna make it easier and generate field course. Now, before we actually do that, we have to make sure the samples are analyzed, right? Laboratory results are not in just yet. I wonder how long that's gonna take. I'm gonna skip time just a little bit. I think it's related to the in-game time. There we go. Soil samples analyzed. Wonderful. Time to get this course started. Good luck, my friend. There she goes. pH value goes up to perfect. That is good. We can see it was at okay generally. And that is not okay with us. We want either perfect or good. But yeah, there we go. I will most likely plant some wheat on this field. And on the other field, I'm gonna plant another load of barley. So that's nothing new. Therefore, I'm actually going to skip until we are at the next stage of evolution. We might also get into... Oh, actually, one thing we can do is get into the canola refinery production. By now, we should have at least 1 load of canola in here. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's bring this to the refinery. So it's gonna load canola at the silo, bringing it to the factory. We only want him to do this once. Going for the silo. This actually looks perfect. I'm always a little bit worried that they load up too early and it just looks weird if everything drops next to the trailer. So we're taking our entire harvest at this point and bringing it to the factory. Look at my loading wagon doing the right thing for once, but I'm still gonna interrupt him. I don't trust him one bit. Wait a second, didn't I bring something to the mill? I think they got stuck somewhere. Or not. What the heck is happening? Well, let's observe the refinery path first. No, I don't want you to reset. I want to hop in the vehicle. I'm actually already sitting in it. Never mind. Wonderful, we're getting there. There we go. This should be the unloading point. I really wonder how much fuel we're gonna get out of this. Because it's certainly not easier than just buying it. But if we get lots of it, it's definitely worth it. Just planting some canola or sunflowers. Though sunflowers might also be good for the oil. Now I quickly have to check here at my silo. Yeah, I took some barley, I'm sure of it. Let's click through all of our trucks and see if we find someone with a load of barley. Man, I'm so confused. I'm sure we brought some stuff over here, but it says raw materials 0. Yeah, somewhere I just lost 60 tons of barley. How could this happen to me? Load silo, central market, wheat. Oh no. Did I... I sold it at the central market. No! This is so disappointing. You should have brought it to the flour factory. Okay, I mean, we will be getting some more barley in the next harvest. So I guess we can... Actually, we did... Oh no, we sold 2 loads of... Are you serious? Did I make such a big mistake? I just wasted so much wheat. Okay, let's just do another load of barley and make some flour with that. So now we're picking up barley, bringing it to the flour factory. Nothing can go wrong. We just want to do it one time. Okay, don't make any mistakes. Alright guys, we are harvesting field 21 yet another time. I planted some more canola on here, at least I believe so. Yeah, there we go. So this should produce off lots and lots of fuel in order to ship to the iron mine. I'm also already seeding field 22 over here. Now you can already see on the nitrogen map I made a little bit of a mistake. The data of the soil was actually outdated, so I had to research it one more time. You might also realize that we are not looking good right now in terms of money, and the reason for that is I purchased another loading wagon. And also a tractor actually. So now we own 2 of these loading wagons and I can actually send them on the job at the same time. So they're basically finishing it in half the time. Right now, to wrap up this episode, I thought we should go ahead and actually purchase most of the factories, at least the ones we're interested in. We just need to make a little bit of money, and then we're going to check out what each factory is actually producing. After that, we might sell a couple of them because we're not quite ready for them yet. But yeah, I generally want to know what's ahead of us and what we have to plan out. Obviously, there are going to be the animals. That could be a topic of the next episode. However, right now I want to make some money, so I'm going to sell a couple of loads of iron ore and possibly also some lime. We have just tons of it, and even though it's not that lucrative to sell, it's still giving us much needed money. In the fertilization plant, we have 444,000 liters of lime, and we already have enough at our silos in the farm. So I think I'm gonna sell 6 loads, and in order to do this quicker, I'm actually sending 2 trucks. So this guy's gonna load up lime, sell it to the trader 3 times, go ahead, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing to the next guy. This guy here is going to sell a couple of loads of fertilizer, not too many though. The iron ore prices are actually not good enough for my taste at this point. Wonderful, 1 harvest income has been sold, that was probably the lime. I already generated a core, so I believe we can just get this guy going and actually observe on the map whether or not this is working. Okay, that actually does not look good. Maybe I have to wait for the first growth stage. Yeah, I'm gonna stop this guy. Or maybe, you know, maybe that is just the crop. I mean, we are planting soybeans. No, actually it says nitrogen level bad in most places. In the meantime, it's all about making money and continuing with those fields. You know, eventually I believe for each large field I would like to have my own separate equipment. It's just not worth the trouble, and I cannot do all the fields in one day with just one seeder. But yeah, until we get there we have to make some more money, which we are actually doing right now. Look at this. That was 124,000 harvest income. Gotta love it. So maybe we can already have a sneak peek around. Let's check out what the tannery is going to do for us. We need to bring some salt and animal skin in order to get leather. That is great. So I'm guessing we are going to have to bring the animals to the butcher. The slaughterhouse is located right here. Also not too expensive. Let's check this one out. We need to bring animal for slaughter and empty pallets. We get sausage, meat and animal skin out of it. Yes! This is amazing. That actually makes me want to get into pigs right away. Next up we have the clothing factory, which probably has something to do with sheep. So this might be something we put off. Pants production, wool, cotton, loose, empty pallets, shoes, leather. Okay, that is gonna be complicated. Yeah, so the clothing factory is something we're gonna put off and take care once we have some sheep. What about the feed plant though? This might be interesting because we need to create the feed for all of our animals. With grass, silage and straw we can make total mixed ration, which is the best food I believe. There are several productions of mixed ration, and look at this, we can have over 1,400 cows. And then there is also the pig feed, which is some grains and proteins, which would be either canola, sunflower, soybeans or millet. And then we also need to have additives, so the food production is going to be quite difficult. But looking at everything, all we need to do is plant a little bit of corn and the rest we already have available. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the feed plant together with the slaughterhouse down here, and then we can use the tannery for another production chain. The bakery, I'm sure, is going to require some milk, and the sugar factory is gonna require some sugar cane. Yeah, I don't quite have enough money. And what is this? Another food factory. So I guess this would be food for humans. So we can bring like the tomatoes right here instead of selling them and not getting much out of them. There's also the central market, though I'm not sure. I think this is only for selling, and the sawmill up there is probably not that interesting to us. The brewery could be interesting, and catering. Man, there's still so many productions left. But yeah, the plan is going to be to get into the pigs the next time, so we probably have to purchase the pig stall. Yeah, like sheep and pigs come together, so we're gonna buy those. Oh, by the way, I forgot to herbicide, which is why the harvest isn't that good at the moment. Oh well, mistakes were made. But yeah, we need a way to transport the animals. I don't want to get those delivered. We need to get into the pig food production, which means we want some corn. We're also going to need a corn header for our combine. And what else? Yeah, that's probably going to be it. Wow, still lots of things to do in preparation, but I definitely want to purchase all of these things in the beginning of the next episode and get ourselves a bunch of pigs, get into all these nice productions we've just explored. It is a fresh new morning. I had to work all the way into the night, so I thought I'm gonna start seeding this field at dawn. All the settings are set, course is plotted. What we're gonna do is seed some corn here. So drive this course, make me proud. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm already looking forward to this. Let's actually go ahead into the shop and purchase the header for this. We need a corn header and hopefully, yeah, we have something available for our Lexion. We can do corn, sunflowers, I think tobacco maybe. I have to check what these are. But here is the beauty, let's buy one of those. I'm going to send my harvester over in order to pick this up. Just gonna dump this here. I'm not yet sure if we need the trailer for it, but we might. You can see cucumbers and tomatoes are ready again, and I thought we might want to stack these guys up somewhere other than here so we can have more production. But at the same time, we don't just waste them selling them for a tiny amount. We can use them for other productions in the future. So I'm just gonna load these guys all up. Come on. Ah, we're already full. And then I think what I'm gonna do is just stack these up here. I can pick them up later again. Yeah, sure, that should work out. Gonna do the same thing with my lovely tomatoes. Just imagine a truck driver doing this with your wares. Gonna have my tomatoes right there. Wonderful, this looks absolutely amazing. I'm now gonna send this guy back to the sawmill in order to pick up some more of the empty pallets. I think to wrap up this video, it's time to maintain our vehicles. They are dirty, some of them need to be fueled up. So I'm all gonna send them to the washing station, one after another. Here we go, everyone is lining up to get a good wash. I just love Autodrive. So now I can just clean up one after another and send them back to the parking spot. If this wasn't a feature, I don't think I would ever wash my vehicles. There, you go park, and then we should get the next guy in the joint. Wonderful. I'm also gonna upgrade this loading wagon to have a cover. Our combine has reached the shop. Let's see if we can actually load this on top of here. It actually doesn't look like we can. Actually, maybe we can. Drop this on here. No, it's not really doing what I want. Yeah, looks like we need to purchase a separate trailer for this. This is kind of devastating. No problem, we can deal with it. The only thing is I now have to get this back to its parking spot and then come back for the other trailer. But alright guys, I would say with that out of the way, let's wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time and see you in the next one. Bye bye.